Right, and good afternoon everyone. Right, this is a video I've been wanting to do for a while now. This is my second one anyway, as you know, since I've been back in England. There's not too much around here, to be honest, so I'm just sort of showing you what I can. And before I left to go to the Philippines, I sold my car as well, so I've got no transport anymore to get about. So literally sort of everything now that I do is all sort of local areas. The one where you've seen my dad with flying the kite, that was only probably a 15-minute walk away from the house, so you know that was nice and local. And this one as well, this has probably took me about 20-25 minutes to walk here just to do this. So I wanted to, you know, just show you something a bit different rather than sitting in the house and just pointing the camera at me. You know, just show you something with just a decent background and a bit more of the, you know, the scenery from England for the people that, you know, don't live here or have never visited or anything. So I know there's a few people worldwide interested that have asked, so well, we'll see what we've got anyway. Nice way to spend the afternoon. Are you caught much, mate?
Not at the moment, but it'll pick up later, always does.
Oh, there we go, confidence from the man there. It'll pick up later, it always does. Some swans there with the babies. Don't want to interrupt them too much because they can get a bit nasty. Nice big old birds. But yeah, don't get too close to them, they'll have you. Right, okay then. I suppose we better get started on today's topic. This is the whole purpose of the video. And it was one I wanted to do for a while, but obviously you can't do it until you've actually left the Philippines because you don't know all the facts and figures. So I've had to write it all down because my head's like a sieve, and you know, I remember it for about 10 minutes, but by the time I've got down here I've completely forgot again. So I wrote it all down, so let me give you a quick run through of it anyway. Right, your exit clearance certificate, sorry, ECC, that you need to purchase if you've been in the Philippines longer than 6 months. If you go on the websites, there's a few different websites that give you the requirements that you need to get these forms, you know, so you can leave the airport. It's not just a case of turning up at the airport, getting your ticket, getting your clearance certificate form and disappearing on the next plane. You've got to get the certificate in advance, and to get that you have to go to the immigration. Mine was in Cebu because that was the nearest one to me. And you have to get it 3 days prior to your departure as well, which is a bit of a pain. It's all right if you live in Cebu because obviously you just nip down the road into immigration. If it takes 3 days, it doesn't matter, it's not a problem. But because I was living in Leyte, that's a 7-hour ferry ride to Cebu. So obviously I had to book a hotel for 3 nights as well, or well, 4 in the end, just to cover myself because I didn't know how long it'd take. So obviously I had 4 nights expense in a hotel as well that I could have done, you know, without spending. But anyway, let's run through the websites. It says for the application form, your photos, some websites say you need 5, you know, the little passport photos. Some websites say you need 5, others say you need 6. I'd got 3 luckily left over from the last time I got my extension on the visa, so I thought, oh, I'll just get another 3. But when I went there, the bloke says, oh no, we only need 3. So yeah, you sort of go by these websites, what they say, and you start worrying because there's quite a bit of info they need, but at the end of the day they don't really need it all. But they don't tell you that until you get there, so you sort of end up worrying for nothing. Also, so yeah, 3 photos I needed. I mean, it might not be the same in Manila, but I'm just going by the one in Cebu, you know, so don't take it as gospel. Yeah, so that's the 3 photos instead of the 5 or 6. A photocopy of your passport, and that's 3 pages, your bio page, your latest arrival stamp that you'd have got, and also your visa extension stamp from the last time you had to extend your visa. Right, again, I didn't need none of that. I just shown him the passport and he said that was fine. So all that worrying about having to get photocopies of 3 different pages and all that lot, I didn't need none of it. It was literally just a quick look at the passport and hand the form in over the counter. Let's have a look. Yeah, your ACR card, your little plastic ID card that you have. They wanted a photocopy of both sides of that as well on the website. But yet again, they just had a quick squiz of my ACR card, that was it. They just had a quick look and said, yeah, that's fine. They didn't take any photocopies. So, you know, that was nice and easy as well. That was no stress. What else is there? Oh yes, the other thing, if you are getting your extension visas, keep the receipts. I'm usually not very good at that. Usually as soon as I've got what I want, I'll just chuck them in the bin and that, you know, that's done with it. But luckily I kept my first visa extension certificate and my second one. I kept the receipts for them, and it says you do need them. Let's have a look. Yeah, photocopy and original of the receipts for your extension fees. But again, they didn't ask for them, so I got them in my pocket with me anyway, but they didn't even ask for them, so it wasn't a problem again. So this was going very easy. And what else was there? Well, that was it really. I mean, so it says like 3 days prior to departure, could take a few days to do. I got there in the morning, probably about 9:30 to immigration in Cebu, and by sort of 11:30 I was done. It was a case of just going up, filling in the forms, handing them over the counter. You sit down, you wait for your name to be called out, you go back in again, you have to pay the fee, which is 500 pesos by the way, for your exit clearance certificate. 500 pesos for that. And then in the end you just sit down again for an hour, and then they call your name out and you're all done. So literally all I needed at the end of the day was my passport, my ACR card and 3 photos, and it was done. So, you know, even though it says all that on the website, I mean, obviously it's best to get that anyway, just in case, because you don't want to take my word for it and then you get there and like, ugh, you know, you ain't got half the stuff you need, because then you go into panic mode if you're anything like me, because I hate things like forms and that. They're a nightmare at the best of times. Your exit clearance certificate, as we've said already, 500 pesos for that. Then when you get to the airport, I'm not sure about Manila, because sometimes it's different prices for different airports, even though it's the same country. But in Cebu, your terminal fee to leave is 750 pesos. All right, 750 pesos when you leave Mactan International Airport in Cebu. And then you've got to pay tax. I didn't realise. You have to pay because you've been there longer than 6 months, but if you've been in the country more than 1 year, you have to pay extra tax because you've stayed over a year, and that tax is payable at the airport only, and that is 1,620 pesos. So altogether, with your clearance certificate, your terminal fee and your tax for staying more than a year, it's a total of 2,870 pesos. So that's what you're looking at to leave the country altogether, 2,870 pesos. So I mean, it's okay if you're planning on coming back to the Philippines again, because you're going to have a pocket full of money anyway, because you know you'll be spending it when you go back. But if you've just come for a year and think, oh, I'll never bother coming back to the Philippines again, and you know you've got a pocket full of pesos left over, don't go and buy burgers with it or coffees and stuff trying to use your last bit of your money up, because you know you won't be able to get change when you get home. Don't do all that, because you are going to need it to actually leave the country, else you're in trouble. So yeah, altogether 2,870 pesos, that's what you're looking at. Right, I think that's about covered now. We'll go and get a beer in a minute. Cheers, I'm knackered. Right, and this was good timing down the canal. They've got these locks here that they have to open and shut to let the boats through. And is this your boat, mate?
No, it's on hire.
It's on hire, so this man's hired this one out. You see all the different levels of the water here, and the way the barges get up and down, well, it's like stairs in a way. You have to open the gates up to let the water go down, and then your boat sinks down with the water level, obviously. So you've got your own keys. Let's have a quick wander over. You can see there's all the water there, big old gates opening. You can see already how the water's dropped now. They've closed that gate up there, so obviously the water level's high the other side of the gate, then it's really low down here. And then as soon as that water gets level with the one that side, they'll open the gates to let it through. There we go, there's the gates opening. Putting the backs into it there. And that's how you get a barge through from different levels. obviously when the barge has gone through, then the gates close again, they lock the gates, and then the water fills up, as you can see it's doing there, back up to the original level again. Right, I'm absolutely knackered now, to be honest, but look, nice pint of cider, that's what you get. I say, even though it's dead cloudy today, it is actually still warm, and I put this coat on because I didn't know how cold it would be, but spilling it. Yeah, so I didn't know how cold it would be, so I decided to put my coat on, but within 5 minutes of coming here, you know what I mean, up and down here walking and talking, I got a thirst on. So I'm just going to sit down a minute anyway. Oh no, there's steps here. You watch me spill me drink now. Whoa. That'd end it nicely now, wouldn't it? Me dropping my glass on the floor. Oh. Right, let's have a sit down. And relaxed. Right, anyway, that's the end of the vlog for today. Hope it's been interesting. As I said before, you know, I'm really limited on what I can take, so it really is just stuff around the local area. But I hope this one's been of interest today anyway. So that's my second one now from England. I'll see how many more I can do before I get back to the Philippines. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you later.